Imagine a city where people do not die by the sword, but by waiting for death. Imagine walls behind which mothers hide food from their own children, because they know, if a child sees bread, he will cry. And in a starving city, a cry means death. Not immediately. Slowly. The year is 70 AD. Jerusalem. This is not just a siege. It is the methodical, calculated destruction of an entire world. Outside the walls stands Rome. Not barbarians. Not chaos. But the most precise and merciless military machine of the ancient world. The legions under Titus do not rush. They have no reason to. They know the city is already condemned. Time will do the rest. Inside the walls are tens of thousands of people, pilgrims, refugees, families, fighters. The city is overcrowded, suffocating under its own weight. There is no escape. No retreat. Only fear and waiting. Jerusalem begins to devour itself. Jewish factions turn on one another with greater fury than against the Romans. Zealots, Sicarii, fanatics, each claiming to be the true savior of the city. They burn food supplies so the enemy will not take them, not realizing they are destroying their own last chance to live. They execute anyone who speaks of surrender. They kill their own, in the name of faith. Hunger arrives before the Roman machines. People cut leather from shields and boil it in water. They chew belts, sandals, bark. At night, houses are searched. If food is found, the owner is beaten or killed on the spot. Bodies lie in the streets because the living no longer have the strength to bury the dead. The city begins to smell of death, and the smell never leaves. The Romans tighten the ring completely. Stone by stone, they build a wall around Jerusalem. A real one. Physical. No one will escape. Those who try are captured and crucified outside the walls. Crosses multiply until, according to witnesses, there is no wood left and no space to place them. From the city walls, people see a forest of crosses. And they understand. No help is coming. Then the bombardment begins. Catapults hurl stones the size of mill wheels into the city. Houses collapse. People are crushed beneath the rubble. Ballista bolts tear through walls and bodies with equal ease. Stone, wood, flesh, everything breaks with the same dull sound. And yet Jerusalem resists. Defenders launch night attacks, burning siege engines, fighting with the desperation of those who have nothing left to lose. They know the truth. Retreat means death. Staying means death. The only difference is time. Every Jewish casualty is irreplaceable. Every Roman casualty is replaced from reserves. One wall falls. Then another. When the Romans finally enter the city, it is no longer a battle. It is a slaughter. Blood floods the narrow streets. Smoke blots out the sky. People are killed without distinction, old men, women, children. Not from rage, but from calculation. This is how Rome ends rebellions forever. So that even the memory of resistance inspires terror. The last refuge is the temple. The second temple is not merely a building. It is the heart of a people. The center of the world. The place where many believe God Himself will not allow defeat. Thousands flee there. They cling to columns, press against the altar, pray, scream, wait for a sign. No sign comes. Fire engulfs the temple. Gold melts and runs between the stones like blood. People burn alive. Some throw themselves into the flames rather than fall into Roman hands. Cries are swallowed by the roar of the fire. Stones crack from the heat. The temple is destroyed. And in that moment, Jerusalem dies completely. The city becomes a grave without graves. Bodies lie in layers. Blood runs through the streets, mixing with ash. Survivors are chained. Thousands are led into slavery. Thousands more are executed later, without haste, coldly, methodically. Contemporary witnesses wrote that there was so much blood. The ground could no longer absorb it. After the fall of Jerusalem, there are no true victors. Rome wins the war, but erases an entire universe. The Jewish people lose the temple, the center of faith, the anchor of their world. Exile begins. Diaspora. Life without an altar. Without sacrifice. Without the city believed to be eternal. Jerusalem, which endured for centuries, fell in months. Not because its walls were weak, but because human cruelty proved stronger than faith. The siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD is not just a historical tragedy. It is a moment when history shows what the end of the world looks like when seen from inside the walls.